Welcome to CorelDraw X4 Essential Training. I'm David Rivers. CorelDraw and I go way back to the late 90s when I was first introduced to this powerful yet easy to use graphics application. In my role as a training specialist at the time, I was required to learn this program inside and out as well as the competition. Well, since then, CorelDraw has continued to be equally or more powerful than its competitors, yet much easier to use and, of course, very easy to learn. This latest rendition, X4, is no exception, and we have a lot to cover in this title. By the end, though, you're going to feel like you've got at least an intermediate level of understanding of CorelDraw and the other applications in the suite. So let's talk about what we are going to do in this title. One thing you'll need to understand when working with an application like CorelDraw is the difference between a vector and a bitmap image. We'll be working with both. By the end, you'll understand the differences and how to work with each. Introduction or overview of what's new and enhanced in CorelDraw right off the top, and then as we move through the different movies in this title, we'll work extensively with those new and enhanced features. We're going to look at some drawing basics to get you comfortable in CorelDraw, and then we'll be working extensively with objects, creating objects, manipulating and modifying objects, as well as working with multiple objects on a page. We'll be working with layers as well to stay organized, creating them, modifying and manipulating those layers. We're going to be working with text and pages. It's interesting about CorelDraw, you can work with multiple pages in a single file, one of the key defining features of CorelDraw. Working with color is something that we'll do quite extensively in this title as well. There's a ton of special tools and special effects. We're going to try and look at as many as we can in this title, working with our objects, using some of the special tools to modify those objects and add some cool effects. We'll be sharing your work with others. That's something that's very important, whether you're going to be collaborating with others on a project or if you need to deliver your work to a professional print house, for example. How do you get that ready to share with others? We'll be talking about that in this title. And we'll also be looking at some of the other applications in the suite for converting your images, tracing, photo editing, and a whole lot more. Now, if you're a premium subscriber or you've purchased this title on disk, you'll also have access to all of the exercise files that I'll be using throughout the upcoming lessons. If you don't have access to the exercise files, I wouldn't worry too much about that. You can learn an awful lot just by watching. So, without further delay, let's get started.